Welcome to the old SaturJay, where we shall get straight to the world of Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy world. What is involved in a Final Fantasy world? Crystals, monsters, and turn-based. Well, it's not always guaranteed with turn-based with Final Fantasy, of course. They do. They've been getting up off their station recently and been starting to do action stuff. And of course, that's not too bad. I did rather enjoy Final Fantasy 15. Well, I did recently see a lot of people didn't seem to like it. I don't know. Which is interesting, because I thought it was quite good. In fact, I went as far, I ended up purchasing it twice. But not quite in so much as it being the same game. I purchased the pocket edition of Final Fantasy 15, and that was really very enjoyable. I loved it. It was a very different experience, which is what made it quite so worthwhile, I think. If it had been like exactly the same, it would have been perhaps a bit whatever. But no, it was surprisingly pleasant. Anyway, I feel fucking enormous here, so I think maybe we'll drop down into the miniatures, because look, our heads are practically bumping against the ceiling there. Right, I unlocked that journalist thing, so let's go find that. Also, Ether's going to be restoring AP, but traditionally they restore MP, of course, but this one doesn't feature MP, it features AP. Eventually the words will make sense. I don't really want to use that cure seed at the moment. But this is the old Journalist Notes 5, so this is skipping somewhat ahead, but still. Before I knew it, I stood before the Tombury who operated the Colosseum. Tomburys are very dangerous mirages, but the one standing behind the counter here seems harmless enough. Pretty certain he's still got a knife in his hand. Just saying. When I asked the Tombury about the Wild Rose of Rebel, he replied that he had indeed been there and had won many matches. The man apparently thought that winning enough matches would grant him an audience with a princess. When the Tombury told him there were no princesses at the Colosseum, the man apparently became dejected and promptly left. I don't know why I said it. I suppose arguably it is meant to be an old journalist, but it did start ending up a little bit too Jon Snow. More so Jon Snow doing the old sort of songs on the Big Fat Quiz when he does the song lyrics to his sort of... When the Tombury told him there were no princesses at the Colosseum, the man apparently became dejected and promptly left. It was very, very newsreader-y. As newsreader-y as I get, anyway. Now, I don't have any large ones, so actually, no, it's one of those ones where, despite the fact that thematically I feel like I shouldn't be this tall, does he still have his knife? I just want to check. Yeah, there you go. He may seem harmless, but he's still holding a dirty great chef's knife. So it's kind of like, you know, he don't seem that harmless. He's got a knife. Peculiar Mirage. Challenge or ignore the mirage. I don't think death is going to be that tragic, so I'll challenge it. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I feel like it looks too cute to not just kick the crap out of me immediately. So I'm assuming it's going to kick the crap out of me immediately. Do we not have... Oh, I see, this is the Lance... Are you sure you don't have a Libra in there somewhere? No, you don't. Throw Stone, Protect, Channel, Element, Thunder. So, theoretically, if we go back to there, Thunder, Throw Stone and Protect. Interestingly enough... Oh, no, there's... Oh, that's like all of them. But yeah, he doesn't actually have... He should really have Channel Element on that side, shouldn't he? But never mind. The Thunder's been quite effective recently. Not this time. Not this time. There's Libra, so we'll pop on Libra. Try and track its information. This is Mel. Requires a Mel prism. Well, I think because this is the first time we've faced it, it automatically develops a prism. So with a bit of luck, that will sort itself out. But restore the Mirage's HP. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, Thunderbolt. Yeah. Not as painful as I thought it was going to be. So we might be fine. But what we need to do then is figure out... Do I have the ability? No. Did you have the ability? No, I'm not convinced you did. Might have to be a potion. There we go. Mel! I shall restore your HP. And now let's try for imprisoning. Can I get Mel? Hopefully. Nope, that's just failure. Just looked slightly different. Ow, okay, apparently it counters imprisonings. But yeah, it looked slightly different to even the failure that we've seen in the past. So I wasn't entirely convinced it was just a straight up failure. So, what abilities do you have? You have first imprison. Just wonder if the other stack has cure. I'm not 100% convinced. Okay, you still decided not to get in the imprison, which I suspect might be a constant. I don't know if it fully runs the rules of the old Pokemon, so it's difficult to know whether sleep would benefit me, but I think for now we're just going to keep tossing imprisoning chances at it until it ends up killing me with counters, I suppose. Although having said that, it didn't counter that time, which is peculiar and a little unexpected. Go! Come on. Nope. Gosh darn it. Will you please get in my prism? Get in the cube and stop playing silly buggers. You little tiny shit. I suppose it might be worthwhile knocking down some of its HP, because I think that does still... I'd still need to replenish its HP in order to then get the imprison opportunity. Although having said that, it might be... Do they specify it's once per... No, just... So if the imprison opportunity disappears, it might be worthwhile trying to knock down a lot more health and then have a go. But for now, yeah, I know it's the definition of insanity, but right this very second, what we'll perhaps try and do... Oh, Thunderclap. Okay, that's different to the Thunderbolt. No, okay. Slightly annoying that one of them is weak to it, but I suppose the little thunder fella on Lan's head does present him some resistance. Oh! It's good! We now have a Mel! I feel like Mel is a good nickname, so I might just leave it as Mel.
That wasn't so bad.
Technically its monster name is Mel, but I don't know, it just feels like a reasonably good name for a creature, so... You can continue to be Mel. Oh, especially because I don't know, I might not be able to give him a nickname since he does appear to be an actual thing. I don't recognise him as a thing from previous occasions, but a mysterious gentleman rumoured to be able to bend lightning to his will. According to him, he is on temporary assignment. His full name is Meloc Mercurius, but everyone he knows prefers Mel to biting their tongue. Well, I managed to get through Meloc Mercurius without biting my tongue, so I think that suggests it's quite easy. But yeah, no, I could technically rename him, but I'm happy with him being called Mel.
Please,
You're welcome. You're welcome to be here, Mr. Mel. Mr. Mel. Hello, Mr. Mel. Oh, I could challenge him again. I don't really want to challenge him again. What I actually sort of want is if we pop back to here, access the prism case, and I might ditch Wendy, because I have no real allegiance to Wendy. Oh shit! Hang on. I don't think I need to. Oh no, see, I still got some space. Oh, marvelous. We thought I'd run out of space on my stacks, but apparently I had not. I must admit, I don't really want to get rid of Zapped, and for now, I'll keep Can't Sleep and Must Paint. So I really feel obliged to keep it. So I think Mel might just sit out, because I feel obliged to keep Blue Bush, and I feel obliged to keep Tama. Oh, this is the multiplier, is it? To begin, you need to create at least one multiplier team by pressing Mirage in each of the team's 2 stacks. You can save up to 3 multiplier teams, each with its own custom ability shortcuts. Well, I can't... I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, but I can't honestly say. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any other people playing the multiplayer of World of Final Fantasy on a random Saturday afternoon several years after the game was launched. Especially since I don't think I don't know. I honestly don't know, because I don't really pay attention to reviews and the sort of sales figures or anything, so I don't know, but I get the impression that not many people purchased World of Final Fantasy. I don't think it was seen as a globally storming, marvellous, wonderful thing. First as a duel, 2 stacks to duke it out, point match. I mean, most of this is not going to be hugely any real effort or any real bother, because I'm not going to do it. But yeah, there's trading as well if you wanted. So no, I don't think it's worthwhile trying anything like that.
What is it?
I'd like to enter the Colosseum, please. The Final Fantasy Mascots 1, Final Fantasy Mascots 2, never mess with a Moogle. This chest ain't pretendin'. The true king of the skies. The dark behemoth becometh. Rainbow resurrection. The flan as white as snow. Chocobo Princess Sakura to serve and protect. The Santa wannabe. The Malice Striker. Fighter Type 3. Where the topaz gleams. Boko and family. The Queen's attendant. QQ in the making. Pretty in the pink. The Blue Pixie. Or the Final Fantasy 11. So I don't think I'm level 11, am I? Well, I might be back immediately. I just need to check my levels, mate. Well, it's slightly difficult to say, because obviously my average level is around about 7-8 there. But with a big stack, I might be able to take on an 11.
Tell me what you desire.
I'm going to have a crack at your level 11 mascots, mate. Phoenix Pinion will be quite nice. And it'll be interesting to see. I'm assuming, obviously, there was a Chocobo front and centre there. But I'm thinking maybe Chocobo Moogle. Oh, there you go. It is Chocobo Moogles. Chocobo Moogles. Here we go. But there's 3 of them, which is slightly more than I was expecting when I started this idea. So let's use Libra. Do I get them both, seems as they're stacked? Oh, I actually, slightly, I don't get either one. Oh, no, there we go, okay. Restore the Moogle's HP, interesting. And give the Mirage Gazelle greens. I don't know if I can do... I don't think I've got Gazelle greens at the moment, but you never know. It is not impossible. But for now, I think it's gonna be just smash this thing in the face. Oh, he's going for Wind Rhapsody. It's not great. Oh, no, okay, I thought when it was just 135, it was like 35 damage. I can take 35 damage. When it suddenly started being lots of 35 damages, I could take it less. Right, let's see. Punch, Hypnosis. Punch is usually slightly better, so we'll give it a punch. Give him a punch, and then give him a thunder. Give the thundering. Cure. Oh, cure. Okay, that's not great news. The fact that the Chocobos have cure. That's going to make this a little bit more of a troublesome fight. So can we just... 289, so I must be close-ish to killing... No, I suppose, yeah, because it's a stack, it's slightly different rules. And it cured, so yeah, I'm not that close to killing it after all. Slight problems. Thunder was at least not a resistance, so Thunder will do nicely. Punch it again. Hope it doesn't cure itself, because that would be awkward. I must admit, one of my stacks... Oh, okay, it's just cured. Sweet. Awesome. I don't know if I can do enough damage to mitigate a constant, unending cure such as that. Especially because I'm going to have to... Yeah, I find it slightly weird that Channel Element is on that side. But there you go.
See how you like this.
I hope they won't like it at all. Channel the darkness. Yeah, taking a bit of a risk. Oh, it's weak to the darkness. But who isn't, really? Who isn't weak to the darkness? I believe in a thing called love. Fantastic song. Oh, it's curing again. I don't... I feel like if I start using items to cure myself, this fight could last several years. I don't really want... I don't think I can escape, is that? Nah. Nah. Okay, this fight's not...
Nice knowing
It's not exciting me, because it's either going to take years to try and just remove their capacity to cure, and I'm going to be burning a lot of items whilst trying to bypass their ability to just constantly cure. Okay, that might be death for Lan anyway, so... Not quite, okay. What a bloody nuisance. Why must you be difficult? You could just not be... I must admit, I feel obliged to sort of try and knock that one down at least, if not kill it. Because if I unstack it, they'll have to sort of re-engage themselves a little bit, perhaps. No, you're wibbly, but much like the Weeble, you're not wobbling enough to fall down. Forest Nocturne. Oh, you little bitch! Oh, the curing is so bad and so annoying. Which one's this? This is Lan, I believe so. Yeah, Lan can heal up Rain so that Rain can perhaps, hopefully, keep the darkness channeling. Come on, we can channel the darkness now. Right, we've knocked them down. That means I can at least now, hopefully, focus fire. No, I think it will work this way. I think I can focus fire on the Chocobo, which will allow me to at least remove one of the bloody healing bastards. There we go. And they've got substantially less health when they're not in a stack, which makes it a little easier. So once again, I'm going to have to try and sort of just smash down one of the stacks, perhaps, because I don't think just straight up sort of hitting them is not... Throw stone? That might work well. Not sure if that does anything for the stack. Plus they resisted, which is always an inconvenience. Channel the darkness. It was a weakness, was it not? Yeah, yes it was. Okay, cool. So hopefully... Oh, I'm going to have to heal again, which doesn't sit well with me, because I'm burning a lot of items that I don't want to burn. But I have very little choice if I want to see the rest of this fight through.
Nice knowing ya.
Which I don't, honestly, I don't know if I do really want to see this fight through. I don't particularly plan on grabbing the Chocobo, but I might, assuming again, I think you get one the first time you encounter a creature. So assuming I have the appropriate prism, I might try and snatch a Moogle, but I think... I've got a nasty feeling that I have to try and sort of unstack them, which I might end up killing them before I unstack them, which would be unfortunate. Plus I'll have to use another potion in order to actually cure the Moogle, which is substantially inconvenient. Oh yes it is. Don't you Koopo me, you little Koopo shit. Oh, he's really going for the wobble on my stack. He's going for the wobble on my stack now. I'm wondering if it would be worthwhile doing that. And now, channel the darkness. Go! Strike of darkness. Okay, so that stack is proving that it's going to go down sooner or later. I think we'll restack here, because I am stronger in a stack. It's a fact. Oh, you and your little healings. Ah, you're a bloody nuisance, and you bloody will know it. Channel the water. I'm not entirely sure how water ends up being the element that Lan can channel there. I mean, I must admit, I don't necessarily know the darkness, although most of the darkness is probably coming from the giant eyeball flying creature that I've got on there. Oh, I was trying the wrong button, that's why. Whereas water, it's like, I've got an earth creature and a lightning creature. So where in the world do you get water from those two? Honestly, I have no idea. Right, let's take down that chocobo. And now let's try and heal the Moogle by itself. Which should, if I was going to say, if I was remembering the situation correctly, I can now try and imprison the Moogle. It's not necessarily optimal, but I feel like, because I think I have to unstack them before trying imprisoning, it feels like it's probably better to try and get this done now, because there's no guarantee I'll be able to knock the other stack apart. I may end up just killing the other stack as a straight up kill shot rather than knocking them apart at some point, but we'll see. Nope, okay, that's annoying. I really need you to cooperate with me game. Because eventually I did get the other one, but I'm going to have to, yet again, I'm going to have to go for a major supply run in the not too distant future with this. Choco Bocco Doodah, the Chocobo loving woman who runs the shop, is going to be fucking pleased. She can see me come and raise all her prices, knowing that I have a desperate need for new potions. Come on, please. Please don't do the nuisancey things. Don't be a bitch about this. Oh, once again, I'm going to have to use another bloody potion. This is why I prefer to have Cure. Because, of course, Cure, although technically not free, Cure is a lot cheaper than keep using items. Come on, there we go. We've got ourselves a Moogle. We've got ourselves a baby Moogle. I'll probably, although I think he might actually be in it, so I don't know if I want to necessarily. Have we seen Mog? I don't think we've seen Mog in this one, but I might be mistaken. Was he? No, they weren't. I was going to say, were they resistant, but they're not. What were they resistant to? Oh, throwing stones they were resistant to. They're not resistant to punching, I don't think, but very few people are. I suppose if you've done it as a career choice, you're perhaps a bit more resistant to being punched, but regular creatures and regular people tend to be fairly non-resistant to punching. Punch it again. Yeah, that's it. Punch it all day long. Just don't heal. Oh no, Wind Rhapsody is the offensive one. Not too bad then. I can live with that. But yeah, I don't remember us meeting Mog, but I feel like Mog might be in it. So I don't know if Mog is going to work as a good nickname for it. I can't necessarily. I think it's usually Mog is the one you find. Did I not get any experience there? Well, that sucks. I suppose at least I got the Moogle. Everybody's favourite fuzzball with the funny way of talking, Kupo. Attacks and heals using equally funny dances. Apparently they're willing to take just about any job if it means they get a role in the story. That's fair. Do you know what? I'll reference something else. But, oh, of course I can't do another bloody comma, can I? You'd have thought with a fucking game where you always have the end of the sentence with a comma and then Kupo, you'd have thought they'd have perhaps considered... Oh, can't put the exclamation mark on. Well, fine, that'll have to do. Fuck it. It's the Death Kupo. Looks good, that will suffice. Poku. Oh, a new challenger has arisen.
Well done.
Thank you.
Predictable.
Yes, extremely dictatorial. No, I think that one fight is enough for me, considering how many items I had to burn through to just get through that fight. What items do we have then? Oh, Phoenix Pinion revives KO'd allies and restores a moderate amount of HP, which I think is... Oh no, it's lesser than the Mega Phoenix, that's fair. I'll do a little organisation. Yeah, you can tell that because Phoenix down, Phoenix Pinion, and then Mega Phoenix. But that is still all allies, which is quite good. Although having said that, you need an ally alive to be able to use it, so I suppose it's okay if you've got a full stack that's dead, of course, because that's everybody in the stack. Choco Chick Prism. Cool. So we've got plenty of prisms available to us in the future if we want them. Let's just have a pop through our Mirage boards. Yeah, why not? Little Mew. What can you do? Little Mew. Hide the stats, I think, on this version because we want to see this. 4 points for Subdue, and it would sort of open up everything else. That gets me a Mew Prism. That would allow me to transfigure. That's a Libra Mirror Jewel, nice. And that's a different transfigure. But I need to unlock a different Mirage board first. Yeah, okay. So we'll just grab the Subdue. Inflict non-lethal neutral physical damage. I will do so. Now, Mel, what can you do? You can stroll along with me, so that's lovely. You can also zap. Oh, support machinery. So yeah, when it's strolling along, I think the idea is you can activate machinery with that. And then Libra seems like a reasonable choice. And now we'll pop that one to the next one. Nick. Oh yeah, because of Knick-Knack. I mean, in fairness, I knew it was going to be a stupid reason. I always knew it was going to be a stupid reason. I just needed to know what the reason was. We've got 2 points left. Can we do anything? No, I don't think we can do anything with our 2 points, which is fair enough. We've only got 3 points for Ezio. This is probably one of the first ones I might ditch for a better monster because, I mean, it's a Mandragora. It's nothing that spectacular. Ram. I think slightly raising the defense feels like the better option. But we now know that this Choco Chick, I mean, I knew it in the first place, and I imagine anybody who's ever heard of Final Fantasy would know it. But, well, that is working. I wasn't sure if it was actually functioning again. But, of course, the Choco Chick can turn into the Chocobo. I must admit, I don't know what this third one is, but it's massive. Because the Chocobo, you would assume the Chocobo itself, in earnest, was going to be the larger one, which is what I was assuming. But, no. It would seem the Chocobo is the middling. Jacques, the Copper Golem. Slightly raises accuracy, that's never going to be a bad thing. But I can afford double smash. Inflict neutral physical damage, hits twice, topple strength of medium. But I don't know precisely. Now, what do you mean by random there? Oh, I see. It hits twice, but it's a random target. Okay. And passive. No, we'll take the accuracy, I think. That feels like a better choice. It's better if you can hit things. I do wonder if Zapped, one of these larger versions, might be Remur himself. I could not say that with any real confidence. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We didn't mean to take it back that far. So he can now have Zap as well, so we might as well pop you with Zap, and you might as well be strolling as well. And then, yeah, passive agility, and then I think that's probably all of the things I can do. That's no problem. Up to the next one. Death Kupo! Flutter, yes, he can support us as well. Stroll, I think is possibly required if he's going to be able to flutter. And Libra is never a bad choice, so spend all of those. Rocky. I must admit, Rocky's probably one of the ones that can go fairly early doors as well, because I've got the Copper Golem, and there's no additional enhancements, it looks like, with Rocky. He just sort of exists like that. So I think he'd be disappointing to keep. Wendy at least has an alternate form, but you know, not that I necessarily have the urge to keep the tiny wind fairy. And Tama, I feel obliged because he's a main character. Plus, I might be literally obliged because they might force you into keeping Tama. I feel slightly obliged to keep Must Paint, of course, but tactically, you know, Might be one of those ones where it's like, nah, that's not. Slightly raises magic. That's not a terrible decision. We don't have to get every single ability, but sometimes it's nice to just get them. If you've got the points, get them. It's worthwhile grabbing them when you can. So yeah, sort of targets that are viable for the chop. Probably Ezio, Rocky, Wendy, maybe Nick. I have no real compulsion to retain those chaps. But for now, we'll pop back and do some more story mode, I suspect. Examine. I would like to travel back to the Ninewood Hills. For now, however, because I've got... I think they'll automatically go to the case, so it won't make any real substantial difference. It won't make any real difference if I keep my party full at the moment. But eventually I will probably trade out those few, dependent on who turns up. Is that something significant? I mean, it's a signpost, but I don't know. Nah, it's background. That's fair enough. Absolutely. Let's go to the promenade. I think we were going to do a supply run prior to being launched into the Colosseum.
Welcome to the Chocolate Mart!
That's generous because you can't spell the cool cat with chocolate. I think you've got it if you take chocolate for the, then chocolate for the cool, and then chocolate for the cat. But I don't think you can do the whole thing. Though, having said that, now I have to know. I have to know if you can. I'm just trying to do it in my mind's eye. Fuck, I think you can actually. Yeah, I think she's right. I think she can do. I think you can do the cool cat with chocolate alone. Right, bye. Let's try and get a load of potions. Oops. Yes, please, I do want all of the potions. Many of the potions. No, we don't need offensive items, I don't think. That's not going to help me all that much. Oh, no, right, we'll leave that. Maybe one more of those. A couple of remembers. No, right. No, I'll take a chance. I'll take a chance on just being able to heal myself and not bother healing status ailments. Right. So do you actually take me to the Colosseum, I take it?
Going to the Colosseum?
No, I'm not. But I wanted to double check you were the man to take me.
Wish.
So that's good to know. We can access the Colosseum. Now, how was it? No, that's the changing character. But there was... Okay, the back to Castle Cornelia we go. That's a map. Is that the pause? Yes, it is. There we go. I knew there was a button in there somewhere for the idea of doing that. Silver Park, I'm assuming... I don't know if this is the actual gate or just the central area. No, this is the actual gate. Marvellous. So what I want to do is save once more. Oh, no, I do actually want to save. Thank you. It's weird. Sometimes it's always slightly peculiar when they have an automatic choice of decision. You know, it's like, do we put it on yes or do we put it on the no? And I suppose arguably it should be whichever's the less damaging if they just push the button too quickly. And so on that occasion, it's probably a good thing they put it on the old no button, because although having said that, there's very...
Chapter 5.
I suppose you could save over an important save file if you
Champion
really
Saved
went
Grimoire.
completely mad. So the champion who saved Grimoire. I don't know if that's just... That might just be more focused on the Warrior of Light. I don't know if it's necessarily going to sort of introduce a new fancy character you would recognise immediately from previous Final Fantasies.
The Bahamutian encampment is going to stay a goblin to hang out for good.
At least they'll leave Cornelia alone for a while, now that we've gotten rid of the soldier controlling them.
Once mirages are scattered and separated from their keeper, they revert to their wild state.
And wild mirages are something you just learn to get used to in Grimoire.
That's why you've got Mr. Warrior here.
Yes, indeed. However, we cannot rule out the possibility of another Bahamut attack. What we need is an alliance with another country. Some sort of mutual agreement to come to each other's defense.
Actually, word has been spreading of such an organization. An anti-federation group as large as a nation. Perhaps the time has come to formally introduce ourselves. They call themselves the League of S.
League of S. Do you know of any way to reach them?
The Thane of Saronia to the north has been in contact with them. I believe one of the merchants mentioned it.
Saronia, yes. They have been resisting Federation annexation.
Yes. Highness, allow me to journey there and learn what I can about the League of S.
Alone? To get to Saronia, you must pass through all manner of places teeming with dangerous mirages. And
Hey, maybe we could go instead.
Yeah. Mr. Warrior here. He and the brigade should stick around and keep the goblins in line.
That's right. Cornelia's legendary champion belongs right here in Cornelia. We're the best fit for this. We've got tons of mirages to collect, and could start just about anywhere. So, you know, it wouldn't be any trouble.
what a kind offer. You would really do that?
Sure. You're doing us a favor by pointing me and Lon in a new direction. We're glad to help.
I thank you. We are in your debt. Here, all Cornelian emissaries are given these letters as proof of their authority. It should help you on your way.
Thanks.
Well, there's no sense in hanging around. So long. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Your Highness.
I'm interested because I think there is a system where we can summon the
Okay,
Warrior of
Then
Light,
let's get going to the Saronia place.
but I might be wrong.
Just hop on the train.
I was going to say, I
and
think
take
it's the
that
train,
church
isn't it?
to
Sorry for interrupting you, Tama, but I just wanted to double check map.
Just hop on the train.
Didn't want to
and
miss a
take that
side
church
quest.
to the north.
Although I do feel like I have missed a side quest, so let's just have a quick wander around. It might be a case. I don't know whether the side quests are numbered in the adventure log. Let's have a. Oops, not the tip jar. I don't need no tips in the tip jar. No, they're not. That's almost a shame. Sometimes it's actually quite nice if they number the side quests. What was it that did that recently? What was I playing? The brain is getting there. Ni no Kuni 2. It was rather pleasant that they numbered their side quests, which meant what you could do was you had a certain sense of logic to be able to go, well, I got that quest in that location, so surely the quest that I'm missing before that one must have been before it. So it's like, I might be able to find this in a reasonably easy fashion. So Wellspring Woods must have been where we started, and north to the Saronia, the League of S. Now I do wonder, could be the League of Shadows, but I don't think they appear in this one. That's DC Comics. But I do slightly wonder if that S is going to be significant. It might just be Saronia, truth be told. They may just be a league from Saronia. They are the League of Saronia. They just shorten it to an S, but I do wonder, there may be a significant character or something. Always looking out for a significant character. It just makes it fun to go, yay, old and nostalgic Final Fantasy characters.
Looks like we're gonna have to find a way through.
Luckily there's a load of trees that are just exactly the right size. Ah, a Mirage's Sizzle ability. Did we get a Sizzle ability? I'm not entirely sure we do. Although we might have done. Anyway, just bring a Mirage that knows Sizzle to that spot and then examine the site to get burning.
If things get dangerous or you need a break, don't forget that you can use the gates to return to Ninewood Hills and take a time out.
That's fine. I don't need to do that at the moment. We've only just started. I think we should. It would be bad form to take a time out the moment you arrive in a dungeon. The Cornelian letter. Ah, yes, that's just my sort of a letter to the Thane of Saronia. So that's not too bad. Now, what was it I wanted to do? I wanted to look in abilities to see if I can find someone who perhaps has Hypnosis, Flutter, Foxfire. Well, there we go. So that... Yeah, we're okay with those, but this one does have a... So yeah, you have Stroll, but you don't have what I need. You've got Flutter and Stroll, but again, that's not what I need. Zap, we had a couple of people who knew Zap, but I just don't think... Oh no, there we go! My boy, although intriguingly, I don't know, because he's not got Stroll, I don't know whether you need Stroll and that, but yes, Nick. Okay, so Nick might have just earned himself a reprieve from the chopping board of removal. So that's good for Nicky Nacky Noodles. I was going to say that odd little shape that's jutting out of the map is highly likely to be a good old fashioned treasure chest, isn't it? Right, well, we'll tackle the Mew first. The two Mews, because I'm fairly certain they are Mews. Well, one's a Reaver Mew, the other two are standard Mews. And I'm going to take down the standard Mews first, just to get them out the picture. And then we'll try and Libra the Reaver Mew and try and imprison it. Because although I don't necessarily plan on bringing the Reaver Mew, it's still worthwhile having it. Because it's a bit like Pokemon, you want to complete your monster decks. Always trying to complete little bits and pieces. I imagine there's probably an achievement for it, but I don't necessarily think I'm going to do that achievement. Do you have Libra? No, I have a feeling you didn't. I suppose let's take a chance that Imprism Opportunities just attack it. No, right, it probably isn't. So let's use Libra and see. Because if I attack it again... Use fire attacks. Oh, okay, so... Yeah... I'm sure another one will pop up in the not too distant future. So sorry, Mr. Mew. Unless, of course, I don't actually have much in the way of a fire attack. Yeah, Channel Elemental Water. So yeah, I'd have to factor in actually getting my hands on a fire attack. Which, in fairness, Foxfire would work. So if we drop Lan to his mini form, we'll be utilising our friendly neighbourhood fellow as well. Anyway, is that all of the people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So is that F? Because I feel like I've got more in stack, but they're not they wouldn't be getting experience if that is true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times by 2, 14. Yes, they are. Superb. I just wasn't convinced I'd seen every single character, but I am clearly wrong. Right, we've got the Reaver Mew Prism, which makes it fine. Now, as I say, just drop Lan. Wrong one. Drop Lan. That should have Tama on his head, and that will give me access, I think, because I mean... Who else we got? No, sorry, that's not really the stack setup. I suppose might work. Not really what I'm after. Mirage boards gives you the best sort of overview, I think. So yeah, Nick is another small one, so I could put Nick on his head, but again, I don't know. I do slightly bias having Tama, but okay, I'm going to ask you one question, Tama. Do you know Cure? You've earned yourself a reprieve, sir. You've earned yourself a reprieve. So there we go. Your Libra should probably be on that somewhere on the line, I would think. That would be useful. Hypnosis, Ultimate Focus, both are on there. All of your abilities are on there. Your Libra and Foxfire should probably be on your thing as well. Cure, good. Leaf Dagger, superb. Thunder, marvellous. Libra, jolly ones. Jolly ones. How much jolliness is ones? Body Slam, Subdue and Whisper Wind. Good. Looks like everything is working out the way I need it to work out. So let's have a look to see who else. So we've got the Moogle can come around with us. We've got Zapped who can, which will be fun. Chaka Chick, Tama, Mel, let's have Zapped. I like Zapped. He reminds me of a black mage, and that makes me happy because I like black mages. They're very good. They are a spectacular design. That hat, the black mage hat, the traditional Final Fantasy black mage hat. Well, that's unfortunate because that is not the Mew I was looking for. Let me guess. The Mew I'm looking for is super fucking rare. And I'm going to have to do thousands of battles to get what I had immediately at hand if I'd just done something with it. But that I suppose is the standard practice, isn't it, really? Standard probability. When you're not prepared, it will happen. And when you're prepared, it will never happen again. What I wouldn't mind getting, because they seem to have been very stingy on the large monsters.
Good job.
So that's why it's easier to use Lan and Rain in their giant form, of course, because they form the base of an extremely good stack. But at the moment, I've not been given any monsters that could fill in the other stack. It's a bit of a shame. A little bit unbalanced in terms of sort of trying to get larger monsters. I suppose I could go back and try that Behemoth, but I think that Behemoth would still kick the living crap out of me. Which, oh, here we go.
How are we supposed to get past these vines?
I don't know, but if Nick can do this...
That's one of Inna Crow's the patented sizzle symbols.
She got it patented?
So even the UI
That's your
is
cue
being
to
registered.
bring along a mirage that's learned the sizzle ability.
Because you could just have had,
And if you don't
this
have a
looks like it could go
mirage
up in
with the sizzle
flames,
ability
let's
just yet,
burn it.
you're sure to find one close by, so keep looking.
Well, theoretically, as I say, I don't know... Oh, there we go. Knick-knack, paddywhack. This probably shouldn't say that because I think that's got...
Whoa.
Nice.
But he is technically Knick-knack. Nick the Knack. Whee! But yes, I'm quite pleased that Nick is with me because, of course, it allows me to get a lot of these things done. Early doors, which is kind of what you want. Whoops, wrong way, never mind. Ignoring the fact that I went the wrong way.
Yes,
Oh,
we're doing this.
evil hand. Evil hand is here. So let's get ourselves a little Libra going on. That's what we want now. So the right claw stack. A Mew on top. We don't care about Mews. A Cockatrice. It's an interesting version of the Cockatrice. And then the right claw. So I need to reduce the Mirage's HP to create a Prism Tunity. I also do just want to try and do that. Use physical attacks to create a Prism Tunity. But I do think what I'm going to need to do is try and sort of unbalance it. Because I don't think you can imprison things that are stacked. So I need to try and knock it down, knock it off balance before being able to actually engage with its... So I could do with being reminded what Subdue was doing. Non-lethal, neutral... Oh, non-lethal? Oh, interesting. Punch, topple strength, medium, so I feel like low. I think at this point punch is probably my better choice to try and topple that stack. That's the ticket. Now, what sort of toppling do you have, Lan? Probably not a huge amount, and you're probably going to have to use Cure, so... Foxfire, no topple. Yeah, you're going to have to just cure it. Do the cure! And we're going to rely on Rain to keep punching. Keep on punching. The sort of claw things are quite cool looking, but they're equally a bit lame. It's quite entertaining. I think what I did last time was I did actually manage to get, because if it wasn't obvious from the description, yeah, they're called the right claw. Now at some point there is the left claw, and it's perhaps quite amusing to be able to bring about... Are you going to do this intelligently, or did I fuck it up? Okay, you did it intelligently. I think we were asking that question last week, but it's always worthwhile asking the question, are you going to do it intelligently, or are you going to fuck it up? I find that a lot in everything, just in everything, really. Every day you have to ask someone the question, are you going to do this intelligently or are you going to fuck it up? Right, remind me of the required things. So that's just reduce its HP, that's not too bad. Physical attacks, that's equally not too bad. So let's focus on the cockatrice for now. Oof, that was a hell of a battering I gave it, but it opened up the imprisoned Trinity. Actually, I think it's just prison Trinity, perhaps. It's difficult to keep up with all their combined words, where they're combining tons and tons of words together. It sometimes gets a little bit difficult to keep up with it. I don't... I mean, arguably it might turn up at some point, and we'll find out, but I'm not entirely sure if enemy stacks can restack. It will be moderately interesting to find out that piece of information. I think my primary goal now is to probably kill the Mew, because it's going to be reasonably easy to just take it down. And then we'll focus fire on the left claw in the hopes that I will be able to reduce its HP without killing it. I suppose this is where Subdue will come in handy, but I don't think the wrong person has Subdue at the moment. Yeah, so that's what health you got. Let's just give it a whack and see. Oh, there you go. You got loads of fucking... loads of leeway here, because apparently I'm doing 0 damage to this thing, which is quite an impressively shitty volume of damage. 26 is not a good amount of damage either. This one we want to use our little cure, get our health bars up to snuff. Yes, that's what we want. Now, carry on the battering indeed. Oi! I've battered it enough, so I'm gonna try and capture it in a prison. I don't know how it's gonna work. Whether it's gonna give me the opportunity to change out my prisms now, or whether they're automatically gonna go in the case. I'd be intriguing, because I might try and get the claw on side.
So bad.
Just to be able to use it as a large base for Lan. But we shall have to see. Wait and see what the system is. Here we go. So, the right claw. A mirage that loves slicing and dicing. Dangerous when paired with the left claw. Insists that it's left-handed, but it's right. Wait, what? What? I'm just going to call him Righty. And if we catch the other one, I am going to call it Lefty. And then, as I say, I don't know... I mean, because they're large bases, they are going to make quite a good choice to prop up the small... take the Mirage with you. That's good. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, I think it's Rocky for the chop first. Rocky's been sent to the prism case. And then here we've got a medium cockatrice. A bird with a poisonous beak that sometimes insta-KOs its prey. We got very lucky. It doesn't have the flutter ability, which may be attributed to the fact that its wings are eyebrows. The least it could do is keep those bad boys better trimmed. I suppose I could call him Cocky, but I might just leave it as Cockatrice. Looks good. It's what we like to see. Do we want to take a Cockatrice with me? I mean, it is another medium, which might give me a few more mediums in the mix. And I don't particularly want Wendy anyway, so yeah, fuck it. We'll have the Cockatrice instead of the Wendy. And now, assuming, yeah, there we go. Oh, what items? Probably, oh no, Remember Herbs. Yes, they're the ones that allow me to remove Oblivion. Oblivion sounds like a bad thing to have. So yeah, that's going to grant me Thunder. We don't really need another Thunder because we've got 2 Thunder users anyway. Whoops, not that either. At some point I will get the right menu option. It is my destiny. I don't know if this is the right hand. Well, it's the right hand, but is it the right hand? I suppose. No, it's the wrong hand because this is the left stack. So I kind of want the left hand on the left stack and the right hand on the right stack. But now I've got the right hand on the left stack and the left hand all end up on the right stack. Oh, it's a right palaver, isn't it? Anyway, I probably also want to know... One day I will go to the exact thing I want at the exact time I want it. And at that point, use, that's why it's on a slightly different button. Use, oh, I can't use it because your AP is gone. Anyone else got cure? Yes. Blue Boosh has the cure. He knows how to fix what ails you. And most of the time what ails you is you've taken too many punches to the face owing to the enemy. Hourglasses. I am mildly curious. Gold hourglass. Oh, it just removes slow. That's fair enough. That makes a degree of sense.
Grimoire sure
Well, that is a
has
super
no shortage of
fancy
wonders,
thing
does it?
to be removing that one
No.
status element, but still.
Hey, why don't you find out?
Go on, we're the waiting.
I'll pat.
Yay! Shit, I didn't actually mean to touch it.
Let's make this good.
Dude, it's
Oh,
on.
but it's just a bit of a baby. That's just a baby. I might be able to take it since it's just a little baby. Use physical attacks to create a prism trinity. I will do so. I will just, yeah, give it a twat. Hey! You gonna kill me? No. I don't know, if Revenge Blast, it sounds like it's based on the amount of damage I've done to it, and that is not going to increase at this point.
No, don't move.
Whoosh! Come on, get in the prism. Ah, you little bastard. You little bastard, please get in my prism. This is basically the entirety of the battle now, is me trying to get it in a prism. Which arguably has been what most of these battles has boiled down to, hasn't it? It's just me trying to get creatures in my prisms. I feel like I should perhaps try and get some food or something and coax them in that way. Come on. Yeah, I suppose you could do it in real life, couldn't you? Just put a cat trait in a box and then try and get the cat in the prism. I don't know if the cat would enjoy it, but it'd be hilarious fun all round if you did. If you brought the family, I suppose. Full family entertainment. Trying to get a cat in a box. In fairness, actually, that is precisely what you have to do when you take them to the vet, isn't it? And sometimes they don't want to go. Swear to God, they know exactly what you're doing. And so they dash about evading you something drastic. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm going to give you a run for your money. If you think I'm going down without a fight, you're dead wrong. You are, son. Right, so we did manage to get a baby behemoth, and I must admit, I'm definitely going to keep it as just a baby behemoth, I think, because that's a really good name. Don't rockabye this baby, or you'll be sorry when it counters. Those horns are plenty sharp. You probably have some theories about what this will turn into when it grows up. Those theories are quite correct. And in fairness, they're not really a theory, considering you can see it right there. Yeah, but it can be a baby behemoth, and then it can become a behemoth, and you are definitely going to be coming with me, little behemoth friend, because you are awesome. Now, I think I do fear that the cockatrice is going immediately, because I really don't need the cockatrice. Although having said that, yeah, I will ditch Ezio after all, because he's not that great looking, and it gives me another sort of... Oh, I see, I don't think that was the thing. Oh, no. I don't know, I'm confused now. I think that might have just been a random encounter that just happened to pop up when I was doing that. Wow, that is something. Now, I wouldn't mind getting the baby behemoth involved, so I think Jacques, sorry buddy, but it's baby behemoth time. How stupid does that look? It looks very stupid. I think I realised this potentially around about this time as well, but yeah, does that work out? Yeah, it does. Big Stack L is on the left of the battle screen, so I was right when I was talking about the hands earlier. But also, it's Big Stack Lan on the left. So it's L and Big Stack R, Big Stack Rain, and she's on the right. So they've managed to sort of do L and R left and right for both things, I think. So, I could have sworn, didn't you say, or do I have to use the ability? Or do I have to use one who's got... No, that's the wrong menu entirely, as usual. Oh, so maybe if I bring out Mew as my stroller. No. Oh, here we go. Okay. I don't know. I still don't know whether I needed Mew, but I do now know it's a level 13, which I think, in my current state, I don't think a level 13 is a sensible decision until I get closer to being level 13. So we'll leave it because I don't really want to start again. I might as well continue exploring the forest. Eventually we'll get to have a look at what that is. So we do want to go this way first, although having said that, you! Why, yoda. Little lumps off the side of the map are supposed to be treasure chests.
What's that light?
I mean, it's interesting. I don't know whether it is going to be meant to be, but it is very Final Fantasy X spirit energy for the sending and stuff. So I do wonder if Yuna's going to suddenly turn off in the not too distant future. Plus, in fairness, this forest is... Oh, okay. 2 heads are better than 1. Apart from if you are a tiny baby dragon thing. Libra.
Okay.
That's how you hold your tits in Spain. Libra. It's a joke for you. It's a dual lizard. Reduce the Mirage's HP, so we're going to have plenty of opportunities because there's 4 of them. So we can just try twatting each one in the face. There we go. Should be able to catch that nicely. Although having said that, since I know I'm not necessarily going to need to do more than 1 strike, I don't know. It's a difficult decision. I think we'll just try and imprison it, as much as it might be an awkward annoyance to do so, with the other 3 twatting me. Depends. If it goes in straight away with quids in. No. We are no longer quids in. And of course it's countering. Let's trash it. Hopefully, anyway. There we go. Good. Trash it and hope that we can try and catch one of the others. We shall see. Because otherwise I'm just going to take an obscene volume of damage, and I don't really want that. Are you? Yeah, you're poisoned. Okay, that's a nuisance. Let's attack that. Crit, nice. Be unfortunate if we get crits for days. I realise traditionally I would want crits for days, but in this exact scenario I don't necessarily want crits for days because, of course, a crit will insta-kill. And I need it to still be alive. I think what we'll have to do is cure again. That's the one. Do. Papa-dee. Oh, you poisoned as well? Oh, God. Why must you use poison? It's nasty. Don't do it. You're a pain in my bottom. Yay! I now have a dual lizard. Don't know if I really want a dual lizard. We'll have to weigh up the pros and cons of perhaps having a dual lizard. It depends on what size it is. It's not going to be a large, I wouldn't have thought. It's going to be small or medium, I suspect. But also doesn't... it's kind of fun, but the design doesn't necessarily wow me. So we'll wait and see. We shall indeed wait and see. Who could we possibly get rid of? I suggested getting rid of Nick, but he's going to be very useful now he's got Sizzle. Cockatrice, I have no real urge to keep the Cockatrice. Yeah, he's medium, but he has got a couple of different forms, hasn't he? One body, twice the lizard. Rat battles itself regularly, but always loses. That's because it spits so much poison on the mic it melts. Do you know what I'm going to call it? Although I'm not sure precisely how he spells his name. I think it is standard. I'm gonna look it up because, you know, fuck it. I want it accurate, if not entertaining. Do, 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 do. Oh, that's good. Oh, there we go. Yes, it is the standard spelling. He's gonna be Eddie Madu Lizard, based on the comedian Eddie Izzard. Looks good. Not that it looks like Eddie Izzard, but you know. Do I? I don't know if I do want to take it with me, truth be told. As I say, I feel slightly obliged to keep Nick at the moment because he's got Sizzle and nobody else does. Kind and I may end up having to rename Can't Sleep, give him a new name and form at some point, because a Mew is not necessarily a creature I want to take into the end game, but for now it shouldn't make too much difference. I didn't pay attention to any of its stats, which is unfortunate. Can I go? Oh, good, I can. Superb. Let's have a look. So it's good strength, weak to ice. I don't know if I've got many others that are weak to ice, so... I don't know. It's difficult. It's amazing, isn't it? I struggle with Pokemon at 6. So you'd think having the opportunity to have 12 creatures with you, double the Pokemon limit, you'd be able to choose easier, but it's not. It's just as difficult. I may be hovering over Death Kupo, but Death Kupo is most likely going to stay. I think maybe it's the Cockatrice. The Cockatrice can go. Goodbye, Mr. Cockatrice. I prefer the Lizard. The Lizard is better than the Cockatrice. At least that's what I've heard. Where do we want to go? This way should be the dead end. Treasure? No. Sort of treasure. That's why in this game you very much want to be wandering around at all times, because you never know what your friendly little critter is going to sniff out. And Mew was very good at sniffing out the potions. Fuck yeah, bruv. I love the potions. Oh, it's a Cactua. Okay. Oh, that's unexpected. Let's Libra the bitch. Really must remember this is not one of those games where you restore your HP after every single battle. Reduce the Mirage's HP to initiate prisms. Oh, he escaped. Okay. Cactuas, as they usually are, pain in the arse. Absolute pain in my rear. Why do you have to be near? Let's go up the little gap. Is it just gonna be a straight treasure chest? No. Is it gonna be a dead end with nothing? That's a disappointing game. But I suppose, technically speaking, I suppose it does make it more exciting when you get a treasure chest on one of those paths. If every now and again you don't get a treasure chest down those paths. Right, so we don't have to give a shit about the Moogle, because we've already got a Moogle, so bye-bye, Mr. Moogle. Bye-bye. What we will want to do is give a shit about the other little Mews, because they are the Reaver Mews. They will reave your soul tonight, if you let them, so don't let them. It's not a good strategy. Eradicate the little cockatrice. And now let's focus on the Mews. That's right, now it's Mew time. Have you ever had a little Mew time? Okay, so none of those are particularly pertinent. Also, why can't I use them? Interesting. Very interesting. Why am I not? Oh, I see. We've got... Oh, well, bugger. What? I don't know if that's considered Oblivion. Let's try it. I don't know if this is Oblivion or not. It is. Okay, cool. which is good news, everybody, because now I can use Foxfire on the Reaver Mew, and assuming Foxfire is not intensely amazing. Okay, so maybe Foxfire is not the solution in this situation. I think I'm going to have to leave the Reaver Mew, because it's going to die. Suppose I should have perhaps at least tried another Foxfire just in case, but I might need to bring Nick. He might have a slightly weaker flame maneuver. 6 versus 7. Difficult to say with absolute certainty there, but I am sacrificing the cure, which is always slightly problematic. Let us see. Has he done it?
Fuck me!
Ah, still a little bit early there. They were on top of one another on that occasion. He was hello and fucking at the same time, which sometimes is what you have to do. What am I trying to do? I want the stack set up. Never get the right button first. Never get the right button first. Let's try and put Nick in the squad. Nick in the squad. Nick in the squad. There we go. We now got Nick in the squad. Nick in the squad. See if his little flame fangs can do me good. Can do me good. Can his little flame fangs do me good today? Difficult to know. But welcome, Mr. Can't Sleep, Must Paint. How are you doing today? And pray tell, what are you doing? Are you still battling the cleaning monster? Or have you vanquished that foe and moved on to another? Oh! I've moved on to another. And that other foe is a Cactua. Well, we know we just want to twat it, but it's got the inclination to escape if you do twat it, so... Should have to see. Okay, there's the Prism Trinity, but is it gonna... Yes, it is. That answers that question.
Wasn't so bad.
It is, of course, going to escape, because that's what Cactuas do. They're right little nuisances. I wonder, I suppose its large form is probably the Gigantua. I don't know if it would have a tiny form or not, but I'm assuming it's you get a... Oh, that's interesting. Oh, we'll take a chance. I can re-explore the forest at some point anyway, so we'll ignore the sort of path that's incorrect that leads to another piece of map, for now at least.
Mirages in our stack?
Whoops, sorry.
Oh, come on. It's not that simple.
Oh, actually, I think it is, yeah.
On your mirages, as long as
Yeah, I was gonna say.
ability.
We can?
We just don't have the joyride ability. Hey! You never know, at some point, might be able to get the joyride ability.
This good.
It's on.
I've got a feeling that the hand might actually have the joyride ability. If I can capture the death creature, that's definitely joining the party. Who I'm going to sacrifice in favour of the death monster, I don't know. But he's definitely joining the party. If I can get him, of course. Some of the Prism Trinities are awkward, to say the least. All good, all good. Alright, alright. Oh yes, the host of the previous host of Fortune and Fire. That's where that comes from. I was slightly confused because I didn't understand where my brain. Well, we'll try this because it might be just attack it and that'll open the Prism Trinity. It did not. That's fine. I've got a second chance. The cleaning monster is the Beast of Vacuum today, so I may be in and out. That's fair enough. Suck up all the evil creatures. Or just suck all the evil creatures. You might be able to turn them. Inflict Oblivion. Oh, bugger. Looks like the Death Skull is going to stay there. Because I'm pretty certain. I don't know where I have cross slash from. Oh, is it from the dog? Oh, nice. I liked that. But I'm not entirely sure how I could inflict Oblivion, unfortunately. Because I don't have any of the... Yeah, I was in the shop earlier and I said, no, I don't want to have any of those. Turns out I wanted to have some of those. Ah, blargy blarg. Well, I can't really do anything other than attack it and kill it because I can't inflict oblivion, so we might as well just carry on smiting foes. As much as I wanted you, sir, I could not have you, sir. I will need to try and not only remember the fact that I need to consider buying some items that can inflict oblivion, I would need to remember to come back here at some point, perhaps. But we shall see. Oh, you're going to discuss the Joyride ability. Nice. If a Mirage has the Joyride ability, you can hop aboard and let it carry you around, even in a dungeon. Why walk when you can let a fun friend do all the legwork for you? Press Op to hop on a Mirage. Press Op. Keep pressing Op to switch between Mirages with the Joyride ability. When you're done, press the down button to hop back off and give your hard-working pal a break. Cool. At the moment, I don't have any, but we'll have a review of the Mirage boards, although having said that, most things don't have enough SP, really. 6, you might be able to have something fancy, but I don't think you'd have Joyride, truth be told, but I might be wrong. Learned a little bit of... Was that genuine? Oh no, Strength Plus. I thought it was called Spittle. And I was thinking, wow, it's not the most inventive or desirable name for an ability. Yes, I'm going to use my Spittle. I suppose arguably if it is Poison Spittle, it's not so bad. But so I could obtain a Moogle Prism, but I don't really need one at the moment. Cure Mirror Jewel might be quite useful, but for now I think just raise the magic of my Moogle. I use my magic in my Moogle. Well, we'll get a little bit further down the track there and get that one. As I say, I don't really need a Moogle Prism, but yeah, I'm not going to say no to having a Moogle Prism. Nice little ram for Blue Boosh. He can topple people over now. If he just bends over and rams them with his head. Joyride, that's what we want. There we go. Joyride serves a mode of transportation for Rain and Lan. And this is Right Claw. And that's HP. HP is always going to be good. Cat Claw. That might be quite good as well. Okay, we'll have that. Blank space. All of those require more. The only slight thing with the right hand, of course, is there's no other forms. So you can't really necessarily get hugely excited about getting to sort of like the end of its bar, because I don't think it's got any... Unless, although I haven't said that. It might have an alternate form. Usually they register as the shadow boxes, but maybe there's something more to it. More than meets the eye. Because we are all Transformers. Ooh, an assault. Yeah, go on, we'll have an assault. Learn the saltiness of assaulting things. My baby Behemoth. Actually, it's Baby Behemoth. What makes it a cool name. HP, always going to be a good option. Slightly raise the defense, always strength. A good strengthy offense is usually better than a defense. Not always a guarantee, but what can I say? That's the way I think. Learn Magic Plus. Magic Plus what? Nobody knows. It's like Water Plus. Nobody understands what the plus is, but they're happy enough to use it. The plus could be anything. And they're not gonna tell you, because they don't want you to know. It could be horse semen. It could be a ginger's sweat. I don't know. Is that the only options you're allowing? Yes, they are the only options that the plus in Water Plus can be. I would not hear any other options. Save point. Access the saving of the game. And now let's travel in to this... Oh, or not. We've been cut off by a battle. That's a concerning volume of Moogles. I don't think we wanted this many Moogles in my life now. Please stop it. Get away. I don't want you. Hypnosis isn't going to do me much good. Channel Element's not going to do me much good, so I might as well just use a standard hit to take down that Moogle. With this many enemies, it could... I don't think I'm going to do it, but it could be viable to go ahead and unstack myself, because then I've got more attacks to be tossing out at these enemies. However, I feel like it would perhaps be better. I'm going to just... Cat Claw. Cat Claw could be interesting. Didn't do enough. Oh no, it did! Marvellous. Well, that's something. That's what we wanted to see. Must admit, I learned it, but I didn't really read what it did. I just saw Cat Claw and thought, yeah, that sounds like a good move. And in fairness, it does. It just... I didn't know precisely what it does. This is not the correct person, and I realised that, and I knew it before I looked. I just wanted to check. So, yeah, let's try and tackle that Moogle, who I think just healed itself, but can't heal from a crit. Well, you can if you don't die, but, you know. So, inflict neutral physical damage, hit twice, not too bad. Inflict neutral physical damage / sleep. That's quite nice. And then cross slash, inflict neutral physical damage, and Red Fang, inflict fire damage. Medium, low, so probably... Oh, very high, interesting. That's intriguing. I don't know, I feel like, is that... Yes, that is a hand special, I think. Pow! Immediate breakage, yes, that's what we like to see. Get on the floor, you dickheads. You can't handle the stack. And if you can't handle the stack, get out of my bedroom. Are you suggesting your penis is the stack? I was suggesting my penis was the stack, yes. If you cannot handle the stack, you need to leave right now. Mew, 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 mew. I must admit, I suggested getting rid of Mew, but he might be a little bit too cute to get rid of. Because just, oh, the little hands and the little dancing hands at the end is just, oh, stupidly cute. Let's go to the Forest Lake. I'm beginning to get more and more Final Fantasy X vibes. And now I know why I've got more and more Final Fantasy X vibes. Hello, Yuna. Welcome to the world of Final Fantasy. It's going to be a chibi version of her special dance. And by special dance, I mean, I think it's called the Sending, if memory serves. Basically, it's where she sends the spirits of the dead. And that's why, yes, I was entirely correct that the style of those little wisps was incredibly Final Fantasy X. But yes, she's doing the dancing to send the spirits of the dead onto the next plane of existence, is the idea. I must admit, that is a fantastic theme. There's not many sort of Duff themes, or Duff themes, if you want to go a little bit more London.
I know I've seen that before.
But where Final Fantasy X, that's where you saw it before. But it's a very good scene in the original one.
It seems clear.
And it is the original sort of voice actor, I suppose.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to shrink down too.
What's your name? You know, that staff.
My name is Yuna.
And you do not look happy about it. I don't remember her looking quite so miserable.
Have more of you been sent to plague us?
Oh, I see. She thinks I'm the enemy, so...
Chaos into this world already.
Hey, whoa, hey! You don't even know me. No need for Valefor. It is sort of slightly chibi-esque, Valefor, which is quite nice.
Be gone now from Grimoire. You have no place.
Valefor was a weird design, but quite amazing. Amazing, but odd. This sort of crazy chain bird thing.
I don't understand it. Why is she so mad at us?
Because she assumes we're someone else, you fucking idiot. I didn't do anything. How dare you? Well, there's no stack, so throwing is not... Well, I mean, technically, if we read the ability, throwing is still, you know, neutral physical damage, but low accuracy, so probably not worth it. Neutral physical, high crit chance, that's probably worthwhile. I feel obliged not to attack Yuna, because I like Yuna. She was a very good character in Final Fantasy X, or at least I felt so, anyway. But I really enjoyed Final Fantasy X. Again, it's another one that I don't know if many people actually did like. But never mind. Is that a magical attack? Is that what that's telling me? No, I don't think it is. I think that's one of their special attacks. So let's go... I'm going to go after Una and see how much damage... roughly how much damage it's doing. Because that will give me information to... Okay. Never mind. Never mind that situation entirely. Let's ignore the going after Una part, since she apparently dodged out of the way of my abilities. So, yeah, alright, might be worthwhile just tackling the big chunky boy, but let's have a look and see if we can identify a weakness. Although, having said that, I don't often try and identify weaknesses. Well, darkness is wait, no, no, that's good. Yeah, I think positives are resistance, negatives are... what's it? Not that. The opposite of what I just said. Yeah, that makes sense, because the ailment resistance is... he resists every single status ailment, which makes sense. He is a boss. So yeah, we do want to use darkness, and we do want to use ice. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got any ice, but I do have some darkness. We'll use cross slash again. Go! Me and the dog! Me and the dog, me and the dog, me and the dog. We are the best here. The only problem with not targeting Una first, I must admit, is Una does tend to have white magic at her, available to her. Which could mean I'm sort of trying to tackle Valefor, and I'm going to have Valefor keep getting healed. Which would be awkward, and not something I desire. I don't think he was indifferent to fire. Oh no, I don't know anything about her. Oh, that's Lan, so that's Rain even. So yeah, he's indifferent to fire. If I could get up my hands on some ice, it would be delightful. But unfortunately, I can't. Fire damage, medium. Topple strength is of no consequence at this point. Sleep is of no consequence. Right claw might actually just work nicely. Slice, slice. Yeah. I realise I have just split my focus away from the original target, which was not 100% intentional. But I did notice it and could have stopped it at the last moment. But I'm going back to that theory I had before, which is to assess whether it's going to be easier to try and trash Una first. Well, that's unfortunate. Yes, it's absolutely going to be easier to trash Una first. However, I think we're going to have to do some healing, which is always an annoyance. I don't like it. I don't like having to heal. I just want to be able to win. Just want to win the battle. Actually, it's going to work out reasonably well healing Lan, because give him a chance to get that AP back up so I can do another double slice with my big hand. Where's the big hand? Yes, the big hand tonight, yeah. Darkness, 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 darkness. Channel the elements of darkness. Go. Whoosh. Tell you what I must do, I should Libra Una just to see if there's any sort of interesting comments. Unfortunately, you don't have the ability to do that, do you? So we'll right claw her again. She's not going to die to this, I wouldn't have thought. Well, I haven't said that. The crit kind of suggested she might have done. Oh, she has gone stack. She stacked upon Valefor. Don't know whether I can get Valefor. I mean, if I can get Valefor, someone's leaving the squad. Because Valefor is going to definitely be one that it's very much like, I'm having you. I'm having you, mate. Because he is fucking awesome. But yeah, that's now one hell of a stack. Unimprisonable, I knew that much. I was wondering if you had some kind of quirky little comment regarding Una, but apparently not so much. I suppose let's have a look at the full stack, see if we've got anything. Yeah, it's still ice and darkness are the weaknesses, so I guess probably just build the AP with Lan and try and do the double slice again, whilst using the darkness slash from Rain. And there's the white magic from Una. Bitch. I said I liked you, Una.
See how you like
The
this.
more you heal as an enemy, the more you're going to make me dislike you. And you don't want me disliking you, because I might do horrible things if I dislike you. Right claw. I'm going to give him a right clawing. Oof. I am not doing a lot of damage anymore, which is alarming. Cure. I'm going to have to focus on unstacking, aren't I? That's the crucial element. So let's have a look and see what her abilities are best for unstacking. That's low and that's medium, so I think it's going to be punching. For the foreseeable future, we shall punch Yuna. And I believe you had Fro was the better one. Very high but low accuracy, which means it's sort of... Yeah, that's topple strength low, topple strength medium, medium. So probably after sort of Red Fang or Fro, which means really I'm going to just have to keep attacking in order to hopefully build up the AP in order to actually go ahead and sort of use Fro. And good evening to you, Mr. Blue Boosh. Welcome to the stream. I'm afraid your avatar is not present in this fight at the moment. But he is still in the party. He's still in the sort of general group. Yes, there you go. Get knocked down. But don't get up again, because I really need to keep you down. Right, at this point, yeah, I think we want to start double slashing with the right claw. The right honourable claw, please stand up and slash Yuna. We want to start dealing some damage to Yuna, because she's just going to be a pain in the arse if I leave her alone. So I think focus fire. That was the car of irritation driving off into the distance. Because they just restacked, and now I suspect she's going to start curing again, aren't you? If you cure... Okay, no, you're focusing, which is interesting. Anyway, Mr. Blue Boosh, how are you? How are you and how are your doings? No, that's not the question, is it, you fool? That's the same question. Just said in a stupid fashion second time round, yes. That's generally what you do, isn't it? Yes, no, guys, technically, yes, you're quite right. It is generally what I do. But, how are your doings and what are your doings? That's the questions. As in, how are your doings and what are you up to? You are doings. What are you doings then? Oh, oh, fuck me. Okay. I mean, traditionally, I would be slightly pissed off at that, but that's the full... That's Valfor's ultimate attack. So it kind of pleases me that he's got that. It's alarming. Don't get me wrong. It's alarming that I almost died instantly to it. But yeah, that's his ultimate ability from Final Fantasy X rocking out there, which is quite something. Thinking about what is for tea. And have you reached a conclusion, or are you still attempting to work through what is for tea? Because I must admit, I have no idea what mine is, because we've only got freezer bits at the moment. Fro, let's hope that the Fro can do this. Gonna toss my friends at the enemy. Bam. Oh, disappointed. Gonna have to keep punching it then. Keep punching, keep punching. Keep punching Yuna in the face. Poof. Enough to crack it? Enough to crack it. Good. That's what we like to see. Unfortunately, I do feel slightly like I'm getting nowhere with this, but right claw again. We can hopefully chip a little bit more away from Yuna. That's the ideal situation anyway, and hopefully before she gets to stack again, I might be able to get another couple of strikes. What I need is another couple of good strikes on Yuna. Hopefully that's on Yuna. I didn't double check. I should have really. But I'm curious, what are your tea-based options? Do you have options at all on this occasion? Or are you sort of going to be rocking a... just look in the fridge and go, and it'll have to be that. What did you do? I don't know. Was that a protect spell? That might have been a protect spell. I missed it. I was not looking. And so I missed what it was named at the top of the screen, but never mind. I mean, there's very little choice with Lan. It just kind of... Oh, it's Order in Night. Ooh. Then that opens the field quite wide, doesn't it? When I say that, I don't know. I mean, I must admit, I say it would open the field quite wide, knowing full well that I've only really got 4, maybe 5 takeouts that I tend to regularly go for. So it's not necessarily opening the field that wide, because I suspect you've perhaps got ones you favour more than others. Although I can't deny it, the benefit of having that Deliveroo tends to be that I can just sort of go, yeah, alright, go on. I'll have a go. I'll try that. See what happens. Granted, I mean, my experimentation with that sort of thing is not sort of immense. It's not like some kind of, oh, I'm going to try something really exotic. No, it's like, I might try this burger restaurant, see what their burgers are like. But it's quite nice to experience some of the local cuisine that's on offer. Right, come on, guys. We need to eliminate Yuna. Yes, we should be able to eliminate Yuna now, because she's the real pain. She's the one responsible for stacking. She's the one responsible for healing. She's the one responsible for all of the issues. Kafka, Fish Chips, Booger King. Is Kafka KFC then? Or is Kafka a different restaurant? Because I must admit, when I read Kafka, I thought that was some kind of unique restaurant that I'd never heard of. But then I got to Booger King and thought, no, maybe that's actually KFC. And yes, KFC, there you go. Because Kafka actually sounds strangely like a dish. Can't quite think what my brain is relating it to. Kofty? Kof? Maybe? There is a koftar, isn't there? There's a koftar. I wonder if that's what I'm thinking of. It might be. Kofty? No. I think it's a kebabby type one. I might be mistaken. Right claw is probably the best bet, because just double slash is a delightful thing to do. You do plentiful damage. Can't deny, I do have a weakness for KFC. It's very nice, especially the gravy. In fairness, I think I discussed this not too long ago, that I have a weakness for KFC's gravy. And I'm not traditionally a gravy lover. And yet, the KFC gravy, I dip all of my bits and pieces in it. Not in a sexual way. I mean, all the bits and pieces that come with a KFC. The chicken and the chips, etc. I don't just smother it on my genitalia and go, that's fucking lovely gravy. But once you've dipped everything, what I actually do quite enjoy doing is, of course, giving the last few dregs just a quick swig, so that you're actually drinking gravy. But it's nice enough to actually drink the gravy. I don't know whether that makes me disgusting or not. The idea of pouring it all over my genitals is probably disgusting, but the idea of drinking the gravy is perhaps less so now that I've mentioned the idea of it ending up all over my penis. But anyway, I've put you off KFC. Right, let's have a go with the fish and chips. I'm gonna make you try something new by making sure you fancy none of the options you've just mentioned. So, fish and chips. Well, it depends. Do you actually have fish and chips, or do you have battered sausage and chips? Because that's what I tend to go for with the old fish and chip emporiums. It's usually a battered sausage and chips for me. Because I don't particularly like fish, is the crucial detail there. Otherwise, I'd probably have more fish. Good lord, there's a lot of pinging. So many pingings. 2 times small battery sausages. Sorry. It just made me chuckle, the idea of having them as battery chickens. Not battery chickens. That's because of the phrase battery chickens that my brain has gone to. No, I was just thinking of you sort of stood there going, we need some batteries for the TV remote. I bought you some battery sausages, didn't I? Whichever way round you think those impressions match you and your significant other. I don't know. Husband, I suppose, technically, isn't it? Just is fine to say. I just don't want to give too much detail away. Is the crucial thing. It's why I avoided the name.
Tell me, who
I just avoided the actual title as well for some reason. I don't know why. Loose Farna? I don't know. I've got a tight Farna. Joke.
Hey, you're right. That was her name. Listen, you wouldn't happen to know this, Loose Farna.
Let me show you something.
Promises. Sorry. That was filthy. But yes, I'm a battered sausage sort of person as well. Can't deny, I'm a too large battered sausage sort of person. But
That's the earring.
you know,
The same one Mom used to
I'm
wear.
just so fat.
Then it's her?
Right.
Oh, it's also the staff, yeah.
Recognized it. The ornament on Yuna's staff.
But it's interesting because that is
Roughly
Yuna's staff. I don't think that's a
champion
specifically
from
made
another world
one.
saved Grimoire. Her name was
Too
Luz
large,
Farna.
that's fair.
Huh? Mom did that? But 100 years.
It doesn't make sense.
Also,
Mom's a champion?
and in fairness, if I'm
This
trying to put you
kind of
off,
monument to her?
you've already managed with Booger King because that's just boogers.
You
Boogers
keep
in the
saying
burger.
Lady
You don't
Luz
want
was
that.
your mother. Again,
Now you
why
might actually
ask
have
me
to
Well,
choose something new.
No memory? That is strange.
do you think you might be able to tell us a little more about Lady Luce? We'd appreciate anything at all.
Sorry. Why would you call her Luce and then call her Lady Luce?
The ones Grimoire's people have
It
grown up with.
just makes her sound like a loose
We'll take
woman.
Anything.
She just sits around at lunchtime bitching about everything.
The world of Grimoire was nearly destroyed by a being that has come to be known as the Demon Dire. Luz Farna prevented this by creating the Ultima Gate, a bridge to salvation.
Ultima
through which
is
she summoned three
one of the...
heralds,
Well, it's literally the
swiftly known
ultimate
as the
spell in
gods.
Final
Thus,
Fantasy for the most part.
she became Grimoire's champion.
Well, I think some of the other spells do.
Sounds
They
like
take their
something out of
turns
a
every now and
movie.
again. They change them around
Bridging the gap between
as to which one is the
worlds
best of the best.
accomplishment. She must have been
Dependent on the
amazing.
story sometimes, because I think
But sadly,
in Final Fantasy VII, I think the ultimate spell was Meteor, I think he summoned, and
the
then
heralds.
they adjusted it. Holy tends to be quite a high-end spell as well, but Ultima is very high up there as spells go.
King of Bahamut.
Huh? But Bahamut? That's the Federation that attacked Cornelia.
Yes. After they finished saving the world, Brandilis
It's,
and the
do you know,
others
it's
harnessed
really
the
delightful
ancient
listening to the Final Fantasy X music.
And slowly took control of Grimoire's lands, building a
I know I'm supposed to be playing in the world of Final Fantasy, but it's really nice just experiencing this little bit of Final Fantasy X in it as well. I think that's what, interestingly enough, that's probably what people perhaps didn't like about this one versus what I absolutely love about this one. It's just reusing loads of the old Final Fantasy stuff, and I like that.
Without time. Right, Tama?
Right there you are. Compared to other the worlds, the concept of time there is, let's say, more than a little bit the unusual. So, if you want to know just how long
I
you were
cannot
there,
express to you how much I
there's
hate
really
that
been a
creature.
way to measure.
Dude,
Tama is just so bad.
If you don't
So
mind my
awful.
asking, whatever happened to Lady Luce? After the heralds came.
Unfortunately, we don't know for sure. Some say
Her trousers
saving
kept
the
falling
heralds
down because
an
she was
act
Lady
that
Luce
cost her
Elastic.
life, while others say she lives as a prisoner in the herald's castle. Her freedom lost forever.
Prisoner?
what? Well then, where can we find this castle?
I wish I could help, but I don't know where to find it.
Well, you're not
just
very
me.
useful, are you?
No one. Not even the soldiers in their army. They say Brandilis keeps its whereabouts a secret.
Huh? How do you hide a big honking castle?
Hey, take it
I
easy.
don't know, I put a sound dampener on it and
It's a legend.
a quick
Are
sort
you
of
really gonna get
mirage
worked
field
up
or
over
something.
carved on a rock?
Because I
They
was
share the same
suggesting
name.
that the honking's
That
actually
doesn't automatically have to mean they're the same person.
the castle just regularly go.
Yeah, maybe not. But you can't try and tell me this is just a coincidence.
Would you listen? All the stuff
If
we're
you insist, I'll
remembering?
listen. Yes, I'm
Like
sorry.
Mom's
I was trying to
name?
make the funny jokes.
What if it turns out none of it is true? But I guess there's no point in telling Lon that.
What is it already?
I'll just forget it.
If it's Bahamut that you're after, you should start in one of the Federation's member states and do your asking around there. Saronia lies further north. I believe they just joined the Federation.
What?
Dude, what?
Another
But I
interesting
thought
little point
Saronia was the
here
place we're going to.
Then Princess Sarah
is the two
must not have
protagonists
known.
here. One of them, the male protagonist, Lan,
Already made it this far.
is
Yeah.
dressed in a sort of
We wouldn't be very
blue,
good
shades of
emissaries
blue.
If we turn back now. And we did promise
And
to ask about the League of S.
The female
I'm real
protagonist
sorry I
is
raised
sort
my
of
voice.
in sort of peachy, reddy,
No, you're trying to help
shades.
us out, so thanks.
Approximating
No,
possibly into the pinks
should
as well,
be
but
sorry
I
for
don't know. That's
attacking you. It was wrong to accuse
yeah, I suppose
you
it
of
is
doing
sort of
something you're
pink in
clearly
it, but
not.
it's not quite like bright pink. But still, nonetheless, it is sort of a pinky, and the male protagonist is a sort of bluey colour. And I mentioned this before with Final Fantasy 13 too. interestingly enough, in that, the male protagonist is in a sort of blue-based palette, and the female protagonist is in a sort of pinky-based palette. And Tales from Symphonia 2, I mentioned, there's similarities between that and Final Fantasy 13 too, because a lot of it is because the male protagonist in that is in an outfit that's in shades of blue, and the female protagonist in that is in an outfit with shades of pink. So that must be a sort of popular, more popular than I perhaps gave it credit for, but a popular idea that male protagonists must have a palette of blue and female protagonists must have a palette of pink. Although it's not that common to suggest it was a definitive, but it has, as I say, it's just dawned on me that these two's colour palettes are devilishly reminiscent to Final Fantasy 13 2, and devilishly reminiscent, therefore, of Tales of Symphonia 2. But anyway, that's not hugely important. Did you have an also? You seem to have said also, but nothing else has popped up. Has that gone wrong, or did you not have an also? Because the also sort of suggested there was something else you wished to say.
Again.
I don't know if that's something I've missed now.
A battle initiated by new champions, and yet to whose salvation?
You're beyond salvation.
Hey! Oh, you bad! Oh, good. Because I would have been very annoyed if you'd killed Yuna.
Well, no matter. A chase
You
is
plumed
more to
knight.
my liking. A tire is simply waiting.
Beautiful plumage. Wonderful plumage there, isn't it? The old Norwegian blue. New wares are available at the Chocolate Mart. Oh, okay, here we go. Right, so THE. So we can eliminate those. And then COOL, even, was what I was supposed to be saying. COOL. And then, yeah, the other C and the A and the T, yeah. I genuinely, when she first said that line, that you can't make the cool cat without chocolate, I did not believe her. But upon further investigation, both in my head earlier on and looking at the name right now, yeah, it actually scans and checks out. Very impressive. Especially because, like, it's intriguing as to it's often intriguing as to some of the translation things. This is where localization teams are either superb or shit.
What's up, sis?
There's no middle ground a lot of the time.
Nothing. I just had this strange feeling. Kind of familiar, but also kind of scary.
Is the feeling that you're walking a little bit slower than... No, you're walking faster than the progress you're making. That might be the feeling you've got. But yes, anyway, what was I saying? I don't know now. I lost the flow and... Oh, yeah, it was to do with the translation thing, because obviously it's all well and good saying that her name translates or is made from... Oh! Well, that's interesting. Who can transfigure into Valfor? I don't know. I don't think any of the mirages I currently have on my person, but you never know. My god, if Mew could transform into Valfor, that would be incredible. Also, fun fact, if for people who weren't... I will never understand FF games. Who or what is Valfor? Did you see the fight we just partook in? It's the big birdie thing. It's the big old birdie thing. It's a summon from Final Fantasy X, and it's a beautiful looking beastie. But fun fact, last week, you may have missed this, we caught another monster that was a medium, so we now officially have, assuming we keep her always with the small Mew and the medium eye on her person, we now officially have Can't Sleep, Must Paint as the naming convention there. Obviously, as I say, I do sort of now, I'm obliged to leave that stack alone, because otherwise there is no there is no way of keeping the name the right way round. But still, that is now a thing as well. And let's have a look at the Mirage boards. I don't think Mew's going to get anywhere because 2 points, I don't think it's going to... I tell a lie. 2 points is technically enough, but... Ooh. Regen's not a terrible option. That would... oh, that would unlock the Mirage Board for Reaver Mew. Interesting. So that would be an easy way to get the Reaver Mew, which might be quite good. But I think for now I might try and save up for regen, so we'll leave Mew alone for now. Eddie, the Dual Lizard. Yeah, oh, no, that's an option as well. Double attack, medium. It's not a terrible decision, but I think we'll go for the passive Raise Magic. Although having said that, I don't know how much I'm going to use the little fella, but, you know, still. We shall have it as an option. Death Cooper! Passive Magic, Passive Agility, or the Blank Space. And I think Passive Magic, because Moogles are supposed to be magical. Magical creatures. Can't do anything. Oh no, we can get the Prism, but I don't know. Not the most efficient use of my time, but fuck it, we'll get the Choco Chip Prism. And then that one we need to get to level 10, so that's not too bad. Righty! And blank space, accuracy. Accuracy would be quite good, especially since he's got a low accuracy move. Knick-Knack, not likely to have any moves there. Bay Behemoth isn't likely to get anything too. It's plausible but unlikely, yeah. Zapped, 2 points. Again, plausible but unlikely to have anything of interest. No, that's fine. Might focus on the idea of getting Shell. Talma, no points. Must Paint, do you have anything I can spend your points on, sir? Got a blank space, which... Who are you? Yeah, okay. Do you know what? I think maybe... Place a custom ability, yeah. I do have the Cure Seed. And that will sort of... I think that will make Must Paint a bit of a keeper now that he's got the ability to cure us. And Mew, we've just been to Mew, haven't we? We started at Mew. Yes, we started at Mew. And then we got round and turned out there was Mewtwo. Dink! Teleport Stones. The teleport stone can be used as many times as you want to whisk you back to the entrance of a dungeon faster than you can blink. Unfortunately, it's a one-way trip, but the stone can come in handy when you need to swap in mirages or return to Ninewood Hills for a breather. We shall have to see. I don't necessarily think we need a breather just yet, although it is later than I thought. The first hour slightly dragged, the second hour has shot by. Possibly because of the arrival of Yuna. It excited me. Ooh, Solace from the Ice.
Solace from the Ice.
I realised I didn't need to read it because they read it for you, but that's not the point. I can't deny, maybe I should have explored that second path. Fuck it, we'll go back. We'll go back and explore that sort of spare path area that we ignored earlier. See what happened. Oh, hello. Sir. Oh, there you go.
If the monster puts you to sleep, you won't be able to do anything while you're dozing.
That's fair.
You can hit your own allies to wake them up, but if that doesn't sit well with you, another option is to use a pick-me-up. Here, you can have this one.
Always good to talk to people. Because they sometimes give you special treats and love. I'm hoping he wasn't there the first time I passed through this area, because if he was... Blind as... I would say blind as a bat, but technically that's a fallacy because bats aren't technically blind. Or at least I'm reasonably confident in this statement. Bats aren't technically blind. They can see reasonably. The issue with bats is they go out in the dark and they can't see in the dark. Not that they need to, because obviously they've got their sonar, but... People have that notion that bats are blind, but I'm relatively confident it's a fallacy. And bats are in fact able to see, they just can't see in the dark. So I think we just want to follow this back and down and round, down and up-ish. Yeah,
I won't hold back.
Who'd have thought that World of Final Fantasy would allow us the horror factor in the whole fucking Bastard thing scaring the bejesus out of you every time you start a battle. Well, that's annoying. I suspect... Let's see... I think cross slash... No, not cross slash. Let's use right claw. That should kill one. Now, admittedly... Oh, no, maybe... Yes, it did. Good. But yeah, I'm going to need to try and... be a bit. I need to be more generous with my abilities in this one. Because there's a certain amount of regen on the AP. I think I can be more generous with my abilities, which means I probably should be more generous with my abilities. But for now... yeah, let's channel the darkness on that little...
Nice knowing ya.
Little Moogle. Little Moogle.
Here goes.
The texture on the eyeball creature is quite interesting as well, because it looks almost sort of felt-like. I don't know. I'm assuming it's supposed to be sort of like a leathery, probably leathery bat skinny type thing, but I don't know. There's just something about it when you get that up close and personal view, which I will try and do again. But see, like that, I don't know. There's something. I suppose it's not necessarily felt.
You're done.
I don't know. Do you know what? I think it's a leather texture, and it's just a general standard leather texture. It just does look quite soft. It's quite a nice texture they've got attached to that. I'm going to assume it's a UV normal map. Pow! Get owned! I didn't need to knock them over this time because, of course, I don't need to actually sort of grab them. Oh, little ping for Lan's level up. Nice. That's what we want. I have visited the twins' bedroom. I've visited the twins' bedroom several times. So many times I've apparently gone a little bit drunk there. Oh, good Nick. Nick is the man we needed. I do quite like the fact that the monsters you have affect the terrain as well. I think that's a clever idea. Oh, I tell you, I just realised, yeah, I can joyride the hand. I'm on like a spider hand. Oh, God, Lord. Okay, this is a little bit more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Oh, well, I suppose we'll go down first. That's what I will do. Nicely, see what happens. Can't honestly remember whether there is a benefit. Oh, is this a maze? No. No, difficult to know for certain, but oh, either way, I don't like it. I think I should have just left and gone on the ice planes, shouldn't I, really? Although I haven't said that, we might know. Oh, I see. Oh, this is a maze. I don't like it. I don't actually have a clue as to how to engage with that maze either, which I don't know. Is it a contextual? Oh, I see. Yes, it is a contextual clue. I got it fluked last time, but I think the spirits are pointing you in the right direction. Yeah, they are. It's fine. Whoops. Sort of gone the wrong way, but it doesn't make too much difference. The souls of the departed are guiding me along my way, I believe is the point. So, if you're wondering, you can see the little particle effect. You can see it just about behind the map. It's gathered around one single entrance here, and it seems I keep going whichever way they're pointing, and I think that's the end of the maze. It's not a difficult maze. I didn't spot the clue that it was a maze. Let's get off of there just in case, because Mew can. I suppose actually, since Mew tends to do the fighting, we'll have Blue Boosh out and about helping us in our sort of. Oh, the girl's diary entry too. Well, we might as well read that. But yes, Blue Boosh the Choco Chick can aid us in finding odd items instead of Mew. Teleport stone. Oh yeah, we don't want to actually use that. But the girl's diary entry too. Mummy had to work again today. Well, it's no wonder everyone counts on her diary. And everybody counts on her diary. Yes, they just take it and put little marks in, counting away. She's so strong. Unfortunately, though, that means she's too busy to play with us, which means my brother is always in a whiny mood. But honestly, sometimes even I wish a little that she would quit her stupid job. Aww. That's not good. Also, I don't know what the fuck that thing is, but we're fighting it because it attacked me.
Oh, I don't know about this.
I'm not scared of you.
Oh, I think that suggests this is going to be hard work and possibly death. Which would be not good. I'd give the Mirage an elixir. Truth be told, A, I don't really want to use an elixir, and B, I don't know if I've got an elixir. Have you licked my ear? No. And I was correct in my assessment that I do not have an elixir. Problem is... Oh, Darkness is my old friend. Hello, Darkness, my old friend. I've come to claw you in the face. Slice and dice. Oh, that's not a lot of damage for quite a lot of health. Reflect. Reflect reflects spells. I'm not sure if Channel Darkness is a spell. No, it's not, because it's got a little sword icon, which means it's a physical striking attack. And it was weak to darkness, so with a bit of luck... Oh... I mean, that's a lot of health. I feel like any minute now it's just going to own me with a manoeuvre. I don't know. Okay, it's going to continue using Reflect, which... Reflect is not going to damage me, because I'm not going to be stupid enough to fire a magic spell off at it. Ding. Well, actually, I could be stupid enough to fire a cure at it, if I particularly wanted to, because then it would reflect the cure back at me. Not that it helps me in any fashion. Although on some occasions I think it did. I think it's one of those ones where if a creature is using Reflect, what you could do in some of the older ones, I think, if you also were rocking Reflect, what you could do was cast your heal spells off of the monster, so the monster reflected your cure spell back at you, and your Reflect wouldn't trigger an extra Reflect. It wouldn't just keep bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. So you could bypass your own Reflect by using the enemy's Reflect. But that's not usually necessary. I mean, there's no real reason to do that. It can be done. Which I suppose is arguably sometimes what you like to do with video games. Sometimes you like to do the unnecessary for the sake of amusement, but tactically unrequired. Siphon. What did you actually siphon? Not entirely convinced it was damage. No, I'm really confused because I missed what it siphoned. Unless it did siphon my AP, which is plausible. I think we need to recharge some AP with Alarm. Also, yeah, I think the double claw is doing 8 and 8, which is 16, and the standard attack is doing 14, which is not as sort of dissimilar as I would have liked. I would have liked one of them to be doing substantially less or more than the other. But there you go. We'll carry on just doing standard attacks for at least a little while. Okay, there's a standard attack from him, but it's not that strong, so I think we're just looking at time consuming. Which, well, what can I say? If I'm anything, I am unfortunately tenacious when it comes to time wasting. I am a master at it. It's one of the only skills I possess, the skill of wasting my own time at any time. At any point in time, I can waste my time no end.
See how you like this.
I don't think he will like it, in fairness. He's not liking anything I'm doing at the moment. But it's going to take several years, I think. Let's just double check this. Yeah, we've not even hit the 1,000 mark. We have now theoretically got him below 1,000 health. But this could take some time. And I do get the impression, like, his standard attack there wasn't that unreasonable. It was certainly, you know, defensible. I could take that hit. But I suspect in the not too distant future, we are going to end up with just a sort of absolute and fuck you moment where he just absolutely obliterates me. But we shall have to wait and see. Also, it'll be interesting to see if he uses that siphon move again, because I genuinely I did not see what it did. Which either means it didn't do very much, or it did something horribly terrible and I'm currently unaware of the situation. Slightly inconvenient that Lan no longer has heal available to him. Or cure, sorry, is the official title. Which means, unfortunately, it would end up being... Oh, wait, you should have cure. Oh, it's just not on the... It's not on my hotbar. That's slightly annoying. Does that mean you've got a secret cure somewhere that's not on the hotbar as well? No. So he's all offense at the moment, unfortunately, which is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. Possibly be worthwhile, yeah, probably be worthwhile putting Tama back in his head, because then I've got the Foxfire and the cure. But unfortunately, you can't do that in the middle of a fight.
Nice knowing ya.
Nice knowing you. It's going to be around for quite some time, Rain, so we are going to know it for a long time. I was really hoping for 700 there. I wasn't even setting my sights too high. I was genuinely setting it quite low, just hoping for 700, and we have not hit 700 yet. Okay, so she resists Siphon, and I still missed quite what it was doing. I think it took my AP,
See how you like this.
but either way, I only took one of something, so it doesn't seem too tragic for it to be there. Critical hit's going to help me out quite a lot. Carry on slashing, Lan. Carry on slashing. What would have been perhaps quite nice, and I don't know if it gets unlocked at some point, maybe. I don't think I can. I don't think there's an ability that I'm missing at the moment. No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's Magic Op, which I don't think is going to help me, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think you can change from big form to little form in battle at the moment. Whether that is a something that crops up, I cannot recall. But it would certainly be quite good. And if they ever did do a sort of second one of these, which, as I say, I think at this point in time it's probably off the table, I would think. But if they do a second one, it would be nice to be able to transform the parties, because that would give you a lot more sort of tactical functionality. So if you set up one stack with certain elements and then you set up another stack with other elements, being able to switch between those stacks would be quite useful, because then you could take advantage of weaknesses a lot more and try and prevent your own weaknesses from being taken advantage of. Keep channeling the darkness. It's my only hope. Slashing away at the... if this gives me 0 experience... Okay, we're below the 700 marker. Not great, but we're below the 700 marker. We're now below the 600 marker, because I think it was 616, so he's done one more than was needed.
See how you like this.
I think the problem is, this fight is supposed to be, you give it an elixir, you take it home with you. It is not really intended for you to be actually fighting it in an official capacity. Especially not at this point in time, perhaps, but there you go, as I say.
Nice knowing ya.
I'm nothing if not just obnoxiously obstinate when it comes to something that feels like it can be done. Don't get me wrong, when it feels like it can't be done, I am the first to go, fuck it, can't be bothered. But the problem is, there's just that little slither of hope that I can actually beat this creature, even if it does take the remainder of the stream. And fun fact, it's probably going to. Come on, we can do this. Although having said that, we just took a fair chunk of change. Although it's the same 70 odd that he was doing earlier. The only real difference is I didn't. So yeah, I'm slightly annoyed that that didn't just add to the shortcut. But never mind. Let's heal off our stack, just in case. You never know when he might pull out a sort of absolute garbage manoeuvre, and having high health bars might aid me in at least weathering the storm of a bullshit manoeuvre. But I think we've seen all of his moves right now, and none of them are going to just insta-kill me. But, yeah, famous last words. Again, we've known him for quite some time. We're going to know him for quite some time further in the future. He's going to be here for a while. That crit has helped no end, Lan. Well done, sir. Well done, kiddo. I'm going to do a couple more rounds and then hope we're under the 500 mark. That's my next goal. Just keep looking at the Libra information, hoping and praying that we're beneath certain thresholds, because that's the only way to keep moving forward. Just put in tiny goals. Tiny goals. A bit like a tiny dancer. He just circles around and around in the palm of your hand. Tiny goals are here today. Tiny goals are here to stay. Yeah, slice. More crits would be useful, Rain. More crits. Let's have a look. Under 500? Yes! Way under 500. We're at 254. Come on. Only a few more attacks remaining. Channel the darkness. Just a little bit more. Just keep channeling. Keep channeling. Keep channeling. Keep channeling. Alright. I think basically I'm doing approximately, without crits, I'm doing approximately 50 per turn with the pair of them. So by turn, I mean sort of once both of them have had a go, you're doing about 50. So we're around about the 200 marker. When Lan takes his next shot, we should be around about the 150 marker, I think now, give or take. Obviously it's difficult to know for certain because they're not doing exactly the same amount of damage every single time. There is some variance to it.
See how you like this.
Theoretically, once Lan's had a go, we're at about 100. Oh, no. We are now at about 100 because she just critted for the full 50. So Lan's is bonus damage. I say that, it's just all standard damage, but it feels like bonus damage because she did a full 50 by herself, which means we're about, we're less than 100, I think. Less than 100. This should polish it off down to about, I don't know, probably looking for about 25 or something. And now I think Lan, I don't think Lan can finish it this turn, but we'll see. He did not. But I think this might be the one. This is the channel darkness. Go! Channel the darkness. Slice the fiend in two. Yes. He dead? He dead! Finally. And as I say, this is the part where I discover that, oh no, we did get quite a nice chunk of experience. I don't think it was hugely worthwhile doing that whole fight for what may have been years. Oh, I did get a magic jar memento though. Interesting. What is that going to do for me? I did get a magic jar prism, which is nice, and I also got the magic jar memento. Ah! So I can now transfigure into a magic jar if I so chose. Well, that's nice. So it wasn't a complete waste of time. That's good. It was just mostly a waste of time. It's fine. It's not a problem. Well, I should be able to take any old path here. Oh, actually, that might have been the correct path, annoyingly. Although going backwards at all might have sent me back. No, it really did. Okay. I legitimately managed to go the correct path when going the wrong path would have been far more efficient. There we go. This should get me straight back to the... Unless it takes... No. Okay. I suppose then we'll do it properly, I suppose. They're not taking me where I thought they were going to take me. I thought one wrong turn would have taken me right back to the beginning, but it did not. But it did take me close enough to figure it out, I suppose. So that's not so bad. It's not as bad as it could have been, but it's equally not as good as it could have been. It's somewhere roughly in the middle, which is kind of what you need. Right, we just want to follow it back to the A exit as well. Unexpected battle in the bagging area.
Alrighty, let's go.
Come on.
I still can't do the bloody forget oblivion spell, unfortunately. So we will just have to wipe these things off the face of the map. It's a shame she couldn't one-shot kill it. Would have been even more of a shame if she didn't one-shot kill the thing and that one lived and then killed me instantly with its death beak. I would have been very annoyed. Very, very, very annoyed right now. Channel the punch. Channel a little bit of punch. That's what we need in here. Cross slash. Go on, just for a bit of a laugh, really. Don't necessarily need to. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have done a cross slash for a bit of a laugh. It missed. Oh, he's blind though. Oh, he's blind and poisoned. Wow. Kid, do you want to, maybe try harder? Very unfair, wasn't it? Yeah, it was very unfair. Puncher, Death Skull. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Lan, unfortunately, Disappointment Central. He did actually hit that time. Well done, son. Well done. I suppose I can't besmirch your good name all the time. You did do good when you hit that enemy. Oh. Rain, you're not even blind. Ooh, why I got a bloody Death Skull holding on, doing more damage that I didn't need or want. All because you, Rain, couldn't hit a fucking unmoving target. Better. Keep doing that and it'll be fine. Diddly-dee. As I say, what I might do is put Tama back on Lan's head for a little bit. Although we might also have a look at what we've got on the other stack, because we might go back to big form. So yeah, we'll replace Nick in favour of Tama, because Tama has that. And then the other stack, what was the other stack? Oh yeah, Baby I'm off and Zapped. Yeah, we want the other stack, I think. Let's go, Giant. Oh, oh there we go. And we've not got a large one for the bottom of Rain's tiny stack, so it's not worth using it. Right, what I think, I don't know. Let's get out of this forest so that we're not stuck in the end of this forest, but we'll probably put it away at the first sign of a save point at the beginning of the ice area. I suppose I could drop out using the door, but I don't know. Let's head into the ice fields and see what might amuse us in the ice fields. Yeah, you've just got that little hint of Final Fantasy X in there, and it's quite beautiful. It's a fantastic theme song, and the whole soundtrack.
I'm freezing my butt off out here.
Well, how the fuck? I was gonna say, how the fuck do you think she feels?
Hey, let's take shelter.
She's got an extraordinarily short skirt and short sleeves. Oh, no sleeves, in fairness. 0 sleeves. She has no sleeves. But how does she smell? That's not how that joke works. Nope. Oh, this is another known character, I believe. Let's have a save. Yeah, go on. We'll have a little save. Shall we? Yeah, we'll save the character, the known character for next time. So I think that's it. Yeah, return to the title. Return to the tittles. Do you need to return to the tittles? Why are you saying tittles? Because it makes me titter. All of the tit words. All of the time. Everybody loves a tit word. Nobody finds it childish. Everybody loves a tit word. Titter, tittle, titular. Anyway, after that, what we will do is, put it away. And I don't 100% think it's going to be worthwhile doing a raid at this point in time. We'll have a quick look, but I don't think it will be hugely worthwhile. Oh wow, there's very few people online. That's fine, I suppose. I could do some searching, but I can't be bothered. There's barely anybody online. Saturday afternoon is not a good time to do this, I don't think. But anyway, Malice, I don't think he's on tonight. I don't think anybody else is on tonight. I don't think anybody's on tomorrow night. So, pretty much back next Wednesday. Yeah, I'm fairly certain next Wednesday will be the earliest for any of the people. So next Wednesday for me will be 4:30, Hodgepodge of Hilarity, where we'll do something. I guess we might continue Sins of a Solar Empire, but I can't guarantee that. It depends on what I feel like, I suppose. But yes, anyway, I guess I will say cheerio, give it a few seconds, and then turn the stream off. So cheerio.